So well, they just show his camera instead. Show his phone on the camera. We got Blood Run is going to be map 4 potentially. Blood Covenant and Awoken are removed. Blood Covenant is removed by GaRpY. Awoken removed by Raisy, and a potential Veil of Panath at the end. But it looks like we are beginning in a second. Zoo, thanks. Mr. Zoo. Exactly. Excited for some hard Brexit plays from GaRpY. Oh, God.
Balls out.
Up again. Yo, Atuin? Thanks very much for the prime sub, buddy. Welcome. Thank you, sir. So I think, did they get into the map picks? Sorry, the champion picks there? Alright, predictions. I'm gonna go with Raisy 3-1. Give me your predictions. Map predictions. Don't say Cooler's gonna win. I mean, that's not meant to be like a soft spot. As cool as the meme. Here we go. Here we go. It's champion picks. Let's get my face off there just so we can see it. We've got PJ Ranger. There's no Gal in there, so I suspect a Visor or Keel. Here we go. And a Ranger or Visor. What? No, probably that. I'll go Ranger Visor Strog. Okay. Okay, interesting. Raisy 3-1. GaRpY 3-1. Raisy 3-0 from Windows 7. GaRpY 2, Raisy 3. Okay, interesting. Oh, we're going to get a kill right at the end here. From GaRpY. This is not the first match series. We had Claws Cooler that went on. T-Rex of the Raisy 3-1. There's lots of... it's a colourful prediction from everyone here. Cooler is still going to win. He's still got it. GaRpY with a 3-0 from B. Okay.
3, 2.
Let's do it, guys. Let's get into game. Let's get those game sounds up. Let's get my face off. We're into game, guys. Semi-finals continue here at ESWC. We've got an all Myztro game, and there it is. The direct comes from Raisy. What? What just happened? Did that push him off the map? Holy shit. What a first blood we have here in this best of 5. Raisy laying down the pressure here of the LG. Not 80 damage. God damn. There's an orb. It could hurt a lot. Oh, Raisy with a Strog place. I was not expecting this. This is cool. Oh, that is awesome play from Raisy. Maximum machine gun damage. Oh, he puts himself in range a bit. He goes forward for the damage, but he's still vulnerable. You have the heavy beside you. He tries to go for the BD plays, but it wasn't to be then. But you know what? Still best drag of the tournament so far. Give me personal instant replays. Ooh. Spicy rocket. Not such a spicy orb.
Stopwatch.
The dual wield. GaRpY still comes out on top. Alright, so he was weak after the first brag, and now he's looking spectacularly good. Kill. Oh, he stays up on top though. Oh, and the direct vertical rocket at the end to clean up the round. GaRpY looking good right now. And that's nice. GaRpY, pretty humiliating frag to some extent at the beginning, but he comes back so fast. I think Raisy was looking good until he made that Strog, that Pika play without taking the heavy. I think he got caught off guard a little bit and felt committed to using the Pika. Okay, Raisy just comes in and is like, man, check it,
Chicken a man when he's down. That's pretty
good, yeah. Now the LG again. Holy GaRpY has done a lot of damage. I think GaRpY was trying to line up an orb, but Raisy's weapon selection in this round has been amazing. Please. Ooh, GaRpY could be about to die. I'm surprised Raisy didn't want to try and commit there, but like a sudden combo and that can shut down his life, and he doesn't want that. Push again. Get it done. Oh yeah. Alright, that's what I wanted to do last round. Get out.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in
It's been fast here.
3,
Very fast.
2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
Raisy off the beginning. He's setting his sights on the Mega a little bit, but he doesn't commit to it. The spawn can often be a bit of a tussle. Getting Mega, getting LG. He knows he's up there. Damage is fairly even from the two of them. He's actually going to drop the Mega in the end. Oh, that's a great shot. And Raisy, the presence of mind to switch to that heavy machine gun after. He's just going to drop on him. He's not really taking the heavy. LG's a bit shaky, but job's done. He's going to go back to control the lightning gun area. I like that. I like that. Oh, I like that too. That rocket was sweet. That was also sweet. Raisy might be in a bit of trouble right now. Decides not to visit that rocket head on. He has to let go of everything in the end. Mega goes the way of GaRpY. Heavy goes the way of GaRpY. Rockets. You should have LG. 100, 100. For the Hungarian. Narrowly off. Oh my god, that LG. He just holds that position. GaRpY tries to drop onto Mega the split second it spawns, but his timing was a second off, roughly. Again, good LG, and look at the switch to GaRpY. I don't think he meant to drop down. I think he meant to go over to the light armor, and Raisy securing yet another. So Raisy looking to clear up the first map. Shotgun! He gets that direct blast at the end. They just want to fight it fast, you know? Does lend itself to some quick games. Oh, he finds the direct shot! GaRpY vulnerable. He's got a passive to tick him upwards. Oh, Raisy, let's go stroke time. Here's an interesting style with this rock. Look at the crazy fights Raisy's trying to pick over here. He doesn't get the heavy in the end, so he has to move back, but he's going to feel like it's a job well done, having gotten rid of that dual wheel. Raisy thinking of pushing a little bit then. Heard the Pika. Crash landing for Pika. Control will be at a small kind of stalemate, but now we've got a standoff. Ooh. Raisy makes sure that he can get a bit of damage off as well. Again, stacks remain incredibly even. Watch out for GaRpY's rockets though. I think GaRpY's rockets are probably his best weapon. Does kill that Pika in time. Shotgun a very good weapon. When a Pika's coming close to you, Shotgun incredibly good at dealing with it. He's pushing forward. He goes through the dual wheel. The rocket's not bad from Raisy, but only one of them, I guess, was not bad because it popped GaRpY up, but he had nothing to follow up with it, and GaRpY's looking to push us over to a tiebreaker round shortly. More pressure. Mega gets taken. Ooh, rocket. He does a lot of damage. Just by receiving a lot of damage, he was the one taking that bigger item. However, he's had to relinquish control of the heavy armor. So Raisy might not be done yet in this round, but he's 100. Not even yet at full natural. Need more. There's that dual wield over here from GaRpY. Shuts him down before Mega can get taken. I think Raisy is looking for a hero play then. As he was behind. He knew timings, but wasn't the right moment.
Round begins in.
He's like painting a picture in the air.
2,
I like it.
1. Fight.
I wish I could hear what he was saying. Oh, that second rocket. That was meaty. This is GaRpY's map pick, remember. If you guys are wondering, the champion bans as well. Clutch was banned by GaRpY. Yelena was banned by Raisy.
Stopwatch.
Quiet here on Cryptid Keep. I think GaRpY sniffed him out a little bit. Does he doubt himself, or is he knows what that Raisy is capable of being slow? Doubted himself for about 0.1 of a second. Maybe Mr. Toss get a better rocket, but all in all, he's got a really good understanding how Raisy is. The amount of time he's spent playing with Raisy in the past. You will. Oh, that was a tough shot to receive. I think GaRpY's definitely been suffering with his shape lately. I haven't seen him perform much in the last couple of weeks, but I think if he can get a really good game going versus Raisy, then it's very good signs for GaRpY. Because when he does get into shape, the guy is plays at an incredibly high level. So we'll see. Already keeping it close to the Raisy on the first map. For me, smells good. He's got that dual wheel back up, and Raisy far outstacks him. He does actually go for the re-engage, which Raisy, to be honest, was expecting. He was left with about 25 health. He's got items behind him. It was a ballsy play from GaRpY, but it doesn't pay off. With that Keel first pick now. Surprising. Raisy really mixes it up with what he likes to use as a starting champion. I think he started with at least one of each of his champions. Raisy just solidifying things. Possibly the longest round here. Going to be round 5 of the map to see who gets an advantage. Does he spot him now? Oh, he gets a good... Oh, the orb! He shuts him down. Raisy's been doing that a little lately. One of my biggest gripes from Raisy is his plays versus Ranger.
Nice out.
I consider a little questionable. But here we got rocket play. GaRpY. Oh, he just stays on the map. He was on the bones. And with 10 HP anyway. He recovers with a mega. I mean, if you call it a recovery, that's starting stack he has right now. Go on the hunt. Protecting. Oh, that's not bad damage. Keeping that distance. He hits another load of damage, actually. That turns out really nicely for him. He got heavy. Raisy could be looking good. Spots him. Oh, the direct rocket. Any single moment he can get to do damage. He's switching right weapon every single time. But he's got to watch out now for pushing too hard into Ranger. Pika returns. Oh, the defensive rocket from GaRpY. Pika's out. I think he spots him, but does that get killed by a rocket? Oh no. He drops, misses the health bubbles. He won't be able to challenge for heavy. He's got 40 seconds now to try and tie up the champion score, or the map 1 will go to GaRpY. He'll make it his keep. He can't go for another rotation of items. I think he's hoping to get a light armor, but GaRpY's covering that angle. The thing is, you can leave to come back for a last second of this map as long as you keep an eye on where your opponent is. He's not going to get any damage with the Pika. Now 5 seconds left. GaRpY's just holding strong. 2 seconds. 1, and GaRpY's going to be able to escape. That's going to be map 1 going to the Brit. Raisy really leaving it to the last moments then, but I mean, a little movement slip over on the 225s, that would have allowed him to kind of crack on with this strat a little sooner, and GaRpY kind of just slowing him down too with some nice shots. Alright guys, we move into the second map soon, which is going to be Molten Keep. Molten Falls, Molten Keep. Everything's Keep. Blood Covenant, Keep. Let's be nice in chat, guys. Support your players, but don't go crazy, okay? We can say nice things, and we can say critical things in nicer ways. Well played, mate. I can't really do a GaRpY impression very well because his strange northern rambling is too much for me sometimes. No worries, OSTX. You're working from home, are you? Hey, happy days. Stream's on. Yeah, he's northern. I mean, is he north of Birmingham? Well, he's in Birmingham. Like, Birmingham is north. It is north. It's not really the Midlands. People say it is, but it's the north. You're already in the north then. Oh, sorry, you're north of like, Birmingham. That's the north. I'm sorry. It's basically the north. Not really. I suck at accents. It's basically northern. I'm sorry, but it is. If you think Birmingham, it counts as it economically by accent. Yeah, it's not. You're just pretending you're not northern. You're pretending. That's all it is. We're gonna trigger so many Brits here. Be careful, the north remembers. Outside the M25 equals.
Prepare to fight.
It is. You all are just kind of pretending.
2.
All right, let's be real now.
Round 1. Fight.
Guys, we're moving into map 2 here. It's Molten Falls. We got Raisy on camera. He's a map down. GaRpY's a map up. Hopefully that will get updated in a second, and we are in a best of 5.
Time.
Gonna find him in a second. That nails it. It's actually doing some good work. The push with that. Nailgun is strong on land. We've not seen a lot of those kinds of plays, but Raisy's got all the tools. Oh, the orb does get a good rocket. Is that? Oh no, it wasn't a good rocket. It was only 18. It was like a lot more. hope I genuinely didn't upset any Brits there. Alright, GaRpY with a good level of control despite losing out in that first drag. Oh, come in. At least he can cover the reload times a little bit. Holy crap, GaRpY's rockets. Homing missiles over here. Does get the return kill. His stack's a little low, but there's one rail. Looks for another. Raisy just kind of bodges his movement deliberately. And there it is, basically 175, 175. 150, 150 is a bit nice to say, though. Surprise. As he misses the shot, GaRpY doesn't go in to bite straight away. I think he possibly could have. It's a rocket. Like, Raisy's armor situation is not good. Cooler is out. He is out. His next chance to prove himself will be in Italy next week. Which is a kind of, you know, it's a Phil's bad man moment for him in the semis earlier. But knowing that at least you get to, you know, come back from that without having to wait a long time, that's Phil's. Raisy turning control on its head. So landing enough damage as well. Keep GaRpY at bay. And he's going to keep that rotation flowing. Does need to do something with this control though. He can't just keep holding on to it. He's trying to check all the angles to see if GaRpY's floating around, but GaRpY was lurking over in LG. One rail. That 90 damage is impactful for Raisy. Again, be careful how to close the gap. GaRpY. Oh! Alright, that was nice. Drops him off down the bounce pad. Raisy's going to be late for doing damage. He's going to find him. Oh, he's going to miss out. Dual wield. 4 health left all of a sudden. One rail to rule them all? No, not going to be.
1 minute warning.
He gets on the heavy, so control keeps twisting and turning. And now Raisy doesn't want to overcommit to the situation. This was the map that GaRpY won, by the way, versus Rafa at QuakeCon. Intense best of 1. Intense is an understatement. That was super hype. So here with Raisy's map pick, he wants to shut it down. I'd almost call GaRpY beating Raisy an upset, to be honest. I think it'd be unexpected. I think everyone knows what kind of shape GaRpY can be in, and that he can be that beast. But when you go missing for like 2 months at a time, it's definitely an upset. And then afterwards, it's like, alright, you're back in your peak form. Oh, some great rails. Going in for the orb, trying to close the gap with the LG. Manages to shut him down in the end. All those that entry damage that he got was fantastic.
Prepare to fight. Round 2.
Oh, here we go.
Fight.
We've got sounds going, guys. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. We are rocking with a clean feed from ESWC. I'm doing sort of remote commentary. So I don't have much in the way of control of anything that happens. But we got games, round games. We've got what we need. He hears that mega from the distance, but does break away from there. This double visor. I feel like I've not been seeing visor a lot lately. For some reason. Visor's been getting banned quite a lot this tournament. Keeping each other at bay once again. So they use their abilities simultaneously. Even the control of the hourglasses is very similar, but there's two a nail gun. Ooh. What were they taking? I don't know. I think they're just about to respawn. I think they got one each or something. Ah, GaRpY finds the last two. He's going to get a 10-second advantage on this. But it depends if there's anything that he can even do with it. He knows where he is. Just a little reactionary rocket. Oh, it's a good rail from Raisy, but the return fire from GaRpY is so good. No rockets left for the Brit. For the Northerner. Raisy, he had a feeling for where he was. Piercing sight. I don't know if he needed it exactly then. He's got some resources behind him, but again, it's very slow control, contesting. Raisy just drops straight away. Does he want to push into this? He's got to know that GaRpY's vulnerable, so he pushes again. I think he missed his jump. He must have. He possibly could have locked down the kill then. Damage. Raisy will assume it has been used there, so he has a timing actually on when GaRpY is using the ability. Isn't too bad. Ooh, that was a mid-air. Nice. Raisy's actually going to climb up this time. He goes for the shotgun, another blast. Keeps following up, just chipping away at him. First blood to Raisy. Dual wield again. Oh, okay. GaRpY goes in with the orb too. Super aggressive from him. You know, if he had range, actually, I don't know. Sorry, guys. Now dual wield on the BJ does get it. GaRpY just goes in, and finally it pays off a little bit. But Raisy also got dual wield. He's got the machine gun. Okay. Okay. Fighting fire with fire. We had such a slow 3 minutes 30 seconds. And it's gone kind of bananas of these players just rushing. Now Keel shows his face. Rocket! Oh, Raisy just claws that one away. And the visors disappear and everything just goes nuts. Alright, into round 3. Remember, GaRpY's a map up. He put himself on the match point in 2. Raisy's just going to back out of there completely. I feel like we could get another little slow one. Those visors. It's a battle of information. But also knowing when does your opponent have the information. Fully stacked GaRpY. He's got to look for a push. He's going to go for the piercing sight straight away. Oh, nice little clean rail. Some stats over here. Control is super even. Just a couple more lights for Raisy. But it is incredibly even. No rocket still for GaRpY. He needs to find a way to get onto that heavy. And the rockets, sorry. Okay, so there's one job done. Got a good cycle of these hourglasses. Whereas he knows he's got to make some responses. So he's just a bit more than that. Okay, he looks for more. Rail won't land. Oh, that was a nasty rocket. Raisy looking to hit a couple further. Pushing in with the LG. All of a sudden, GaRpY's control could go to Nout. And there's the rocket jump. Finds the last shot. Raisy first blood this round. Quick stack up on Rafa's edge. Pushing in yet again. Oh my god! The orb travels through him and he blows himself up. I'll shove myself. GaRpY's trying to rain down some mid-airs or something. Raisy does get the heavy armor, sorry. GaRpY's got to watch the hell out. Very simple rail for Raisy. Let's find the push. Just going to make sure he just gets on to heavy to begin with. Well, he's going to bounce pad away. He's only on 100 health. I think over at Rafa's edge he'll find a light. Yep, he will. He's not running into Raisy. Raisy's hoping that he's just going to fall into a trap and he can just go dual wield and brrrr, clean up the kill. Doesn't know roughly where GaRpY is. Can he get any damage going from this side though? Want to jump away? No, 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 no. Not going to be the case. Shots missed at the moment. Only the tiniest of splash damage. Runs away. Hits half a rocket, but the rail comes out. However, control still in the hands of Raisy. Definitely one of the slower games we've had this tournament, in fact. Molten Falls does lend itself to that. And kind of how the control around the map works. He's trying to hunt him down, actually. Like, he wants to, you can tell that he wants to do something with this control.
Stopwatch.
He's checking all the corners. He knows that, right, I'm going against Ranger. Ranger around the corner strong. Gets a good entry roll. Now it's the dual wheel. He has to push the press the issue somehow. But he might even get pushed away from the mega health. He's looking for a rail now. GaRpY's going to drop. There's a good 90 damage from the Hungarian. Now time to establish some kind of presence over at heavy. Oh my god, if he had a rail afterwards, it's going to give away the heavy, but he's done a lot of damage. He wants to follow it. Shotgun misses! Oh, with 3 health to go. That was almost catastrophic.
Prepare to fight.
He knew he was shotgunnable then. GaRpY with a little smile. GaRpY almost getting away with that too. That was wild. Raisy looks like he could maybe get this map. However, he takes damage right off the beginning. Rockets aren't terrible. The stack is limited. Oh, that was a gorgeous rail. Raisy's just hoping he can get that heavy. I would have loved to see GaRpY challenge for heavy now, actually, instead of mega. And Raisy's just trying to get, like, are you somewhere? Tell me where you are. He's going to guess he's over at the mega. Are you confident in that read? we're kind of synchronized when it comes to visor abilities at the moment.
Stopwatch.
But Raisy wins this map, by the way. Not only are we going to go to Blood Run next, we're guaranteed a Blood Covenant. Oh, is that Blood Covenant? Yeah, it is. No. No, we're going to Ruins next, and then we're guaranteed a Blood Run. Blood Covenant was removed, sorry. Step over. Oh, that's a rail. Clean as you like. And he's now trapped, actually. This is a horrible spot for GaRpY. Raisy needs to close this in somehow. This is a big, big chance to get a frag. He knows he's got limited health. Oh, he hits the rail. Now it's time to finish it. LG eventually closes in on him. He's going to get heavy, and he's going to now compose himself over at the Mega. Oh, that's a lot of damage. The orb goes through him. Oh my god. Almost gave me a heart attack. The Raisy could shut down GaRpY in a few moments. We can be guaranteed a fourth. Oh, that's a big rocket. And again, with that piercing sight, you can just easily line up those shots. That is going to be Raisy. Giving us a map 4. Let's see what happens after as we're reset to a best of 3 now. People are whining about format in chat. You guys realize we wouldn't have that epic series between Cooler and Claws earlier if it wasn't for the format. Just saying, having a different format doesn't automatically equate to epic games. So let's STFU about format for a bit. Holy shit, that gives me a headache in chat. God damn. I actually, the more I look at it, the more I am in favor of playing with the round-based format a bit more. Flat time limit, I'm really skeptical about. Super skeptical. I'd rather continue to play with the round base and see how that works. If you want my honest thoughts. So I don't know. Round base. There's something about round base that is really, really good. You guys can't cast that aside. Wanting to go back to like the archaic levels of 15-minute time limit. Holy shit, breaks my balls. Yo, Cypher. I think that's what we get. That we can get long games. We can get fast games. It can chop and change within the map itself. You know, the pace changes so often. We saw that in the grand final of PGL. We had the fastest rounds possible, and then we had low, like slow, thought out ones. So I don't know.
Balls out.
Hey, exactly as you called it, Cypher. Thanks very much, Ubadel, for the prime sub. Cheers, buddy. Let's move into map 3, guys.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight.
So we'll see, guys. We'll see. I'm just so tired of seeing all of it happen in chat. But we're getting good gamers on stream. Let's enjoy the good games. But as it stands, we are 1-1 here in the semi-final at ESWC. Remember that the winner of this best of 5 will go up versus Claws. We had that nutty series versus Cooler earlier. Oh, the rockets! It just works out for him. Gotta fear the LG a little bit sometimes, but he definitely didn't need to respect anything. He stayed true. And now with that light taken, Heavy's going to be up shortly. Is he going to impose himself here? The Hourglass has been taken already. He's going to get a direct rocket. And to be honest, he's going to be glad that he didn't hang around because that orb could have come in. And it just does come in order to allow GaRpY to secure control of both major items. The thing is, he's invested in an orb. He's got to 175, 100. If Raisy gets a light, then, I mean, I guess it's whatever because the orb will be back up at that stage. But to take those risks, you got to calculate it carefully. And Raisy is, again, he's being very passive on that Heavy. I think he's going to try and be more active. See, if GaRpY made that jump again, I'm pretty sure he would have gone for it. Goes for one rail. He's going to rendezvous now in the Mega Room with the dual wield. Brilliantly executed fight so far from Raisy, but he falls. I was going to say, I had lots of good things to say, but he just misses the chance to get another 25 damage. Orb's been taken. Surprised a little bit by GaRpY, and the rockets find him. One little... You know what? I don't even know if it was a movement mistake from Raisy, or if it was like the shots from GaRpY that pushed him off, but it's that... Those little tiny details that can suddenly flip a fight in this kind of like interesting room. Oh, Raisy with a rail! Mega was there. He was touching it. He was licking its sides. There's one rail. Another would have got the kill, but he's found a 25, and the passives ticked him up anyway. Dual wield here, just trying to defend, but I can respect that. He knows he doesn't have the dual to go to, and Raisy just opens up with an angle and is like, here, take me, mister. That's a good LG from GaRpY. He's going to secure mega help with that. Very different pace that we've got straight in on Ruins.
Stopwatch.
And now GaRpY's got a stack to be feared. I think he wants to push in. Oh! It was a quirky jump there that he got up the top. The angle presented itself. I never count GaRpY out hitting those kind of shots. See both the lads there on stage. I like the big monitor. I wonder where the casters are in relation to that, actually. Oh, he finds him. This is bad news for Raisy. They can't quite find the drop. I don't know if that is GaRpY just expressing mild frustration. He's going to find about the bounce pad.
1 minute warning.
Only tickle of damage. Can't believe that Raisy hung around for that rail shot. He gets Heavy, so we're slowly seeing tide of the game turn a little bit. Controller's even. Fight over here could be big. Dual wheel's not quite up at the moment. Rockets from Raisy aren't quite landing, and the dual wheel's now come out. 4 health left. 29 with the passive. Ticking up slowly. Raisy's going to look at sustaining control a bit more now with the next Heavy, but GaRpY's holding through. Oh, that rail with the piercing sight. And he's going to find him. He's in trouble.
Round 1.
Raisy gets to the end of the round with the advantage.
Prepare to fight. Fight. Time.
Raisy with Heavy. Definitely that's BJ favoring this. And now we can get close. Okay, there's been some really good damage, in fact, from GaRpY. Right, we didn't even get dual wield from Raisy. He never got himself a clean angle to use it. It kind of felt awkward stuck up there. GaRpY just obviously was able to position himself very well to meet Raisy, and it kind of like fell into his hands.
Stopwatch.
We're going to have an even split on the items. say split. It's not really a split. You know what I mean.
I come bearing gifts.
Raisy's going to secure Mega. I like that he's gone for this. He benefits so much from having that. His stack is massive now. But he needs to get that first shot landed because GaRpY's stack is also pretty damn big for a medium. Going in with LG. Grenades aren't really connecting, but he's still got a lot of health left. That light, and now he can get back to business. That rail isn't quite as punishing as it would otherwise have been. GaRpY, is he going to get away from this? He's dodging really well, but the rail from Raisy finally collapses the Brit. Oh, Mega's not taking their time. Wouldn't really be able to punish on heavy regardless. Waiting for that rail angle. Right into his crosshairs. Going up to connector. Gonna drop down actually. He's gone mad. All of a sudden wants to go with a full aggression. He lands a grenade eventually. And fadeaway rocket secures another kill. Raisy starting to look good. He's gonna be able to rocket jump up. Here's the Mega. He's gotta watch out for BJ a little bit so he can't overcommit to the next fight. 2.5 minutes left in the round. It's time to either put things at peace a little bit or find a way to get some entry damage because GaRpY's health and armor is very low. He hears that rail, doesn't even turn around. He's like, right, well, position heavy for me. Grenade lands. A bit more damage actually. GaRpY's very weak and he holds on to it. 2-0 up.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight. Tank.
So Raisy off the start. We're going visor now. Spent a lot of time being with BJ, but I think he wanted that. Okay. He just goes in and is like, yeah, you're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to win. And he did it. Didn't get caught out by surprise. Didn't have no information advantage for GaRpY there. Rocket hits a bit. Oh, gets a direct just on the exit of the orb. Raisy's just cleaning up here in round 3. Heavy's going to be back up. He's going to quickly make it. The rail is just a little too late. He has got a rail himself. He's not using it. That piercing sight is going to return. Oh my god, he gets onto it. He gets the Mega. The rail misses. And there it is. A 47-second round. That's my favorite number. And Raisy puts himself now onto match point. I'm trying to find out actually when the grand finals are going to be, by the way, guys. Just so we can have that information soon. Raisy's turned up the heat, though. He's turned up the heat. What map are we going to next? Where are you? Zoo. I've got the information here. We're going over to Ruins. Sorry. Oh my god, we're just on Ruins. We're going over to Blood Run. There we go. I got there. Pensive glances at each other. Turks. Be a perfect commentator. If it's a Claws Raisy final, by the way, that's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a really good final. That was my favorite game from PGL, as I've said numerous times. If Raisy can pull out a map win now and put us over there, we're gonna be pretty damn excited. Well, I called 3-1 for Raisy, I think, on this series. Kind of heading that direction at the moment, but we're going to Blood Run. Whose pick was Blood Run? So, Raisy just won on GaRpY's map, which is Ruins. A map that Raisy almost famously bans every single time. He gets the 3-0 on it. We go over to Blood Run, which is now Raisy's second map pick. Let's have a better look at the picks. BJ Ranger. For both. Visor. Visor. Okay. Okay. It's been very... I'd say there's not been any, like, hugely dynamic picks. I think the most quirky was possibly at the beginning of this... we had some Athena picks earlier when we had some French on French and international on French. But I think Strog, Keel, it's been a bit of fun on Corrupted Keep. I genuinely want to see more Athena. I don't think people have had enough time to fully practice her yet, but honestly, getting to DreamHack Winter, I reckon someone's going to drop Athena on people's heads and it's going to explode like a nuke. Let's get into map 4, guys. Raisy's going to take all the big boy items. GaRpY's trying not to be passive about it. It's like, alright, I know you've had a stack advantage. I'm going to do some damage to you. And that Tri-Bolt actually has nullified the advantages that Raisy gained. And now Raisy doesn't have some of the important weapons. GaRpY's got rockets. He's got LG. He might have rail. That orb? Let's not talk about that orb. Or let's. That orb sucked. But I think Raisy knows it. He's going to try not to repeat that. Fortunately, the cooldown's not too punishing for him. Raisy, you're not helping me out here. Poor Raisy. Again, he's not getting punished too hard at the moment. He might get punished now, in fact. Some good rockets. Oh, what a rocket again! One more, but he can't find the last one. So it's good for GaRpY to actually punish. But I don't... Did he see that the orb was used? I think he would have. Because he was down over by Tri-Bolt staring up at him. So surely he saw it. And punished accordingly. Mistakes happen. Looking him close. This is really, really good from Raisy. Oh, but he can't quite get it to land. And it's a mutual frag. So he does eliminate the visor, and he's got visor himself. Okay. That was wild. Did he use piercing sight? Let's have a look. Well, if he has, he's only just used it then. Okay. Stop. It's done so. Machine gun. They're slapping at each other right now. Heavy is the next point of contest. Now Mega. Oh, the timing on that rocket. You're not playing visor, are you? No. That was a really nice rocket. Oh, and again! Oh, that was one of the rockets he used to knock out Noctis over in Denver. Pretty much a year ago now, actually. Again, GaRpY, since he's got the champion advantage, he doesn't feel compelled to make a play. He doesn't have the rail, which is a bit of a nuisance for him. Raisy actually rocket jumps up to the top. He gets himself onto heavy pretty quickly. He gets 225s by the staircase. Raisy's going to be starting to increase the speed of play soon. GaRpY, I don't think, realizes what happened with heavy. He comes to realization now. It must have been played at. If Raisy could have hit some entry damage then, he may have continued.
1 minute warning.
But GaRpY, I think, is totally unsure about what's going on with heavy. And he'll learn now. Will he? Yeah, he will. And now Raisy's going to get a Mega in a couple of seconds. He finds a rocket up above. GaRpY looks like he found a little bit of damage himself. And on the next piercing sight, Raisy's going to make a move. Problem is, there's another rotation of items during that time. I think he's figured where he is, and GaRpY is just playing for the clock. Here's some rockets coming out. There is an orb to her escape, but there's another rail. Oh, barely surviving. That rail would have killed him. The rocket doesn't work out. There's a jump up. Now we've got the piercing sight. He's going to use it, and he needs to secure the kill at the moment if he wants to tie up the champion score. LG from down below. Orb is going to miss. Oh, the tribal doesn't explode in time, and that is going to be 5 or 6 seconds before we get into sudden death. Raisy ties it up. He misses that rail shot at the end. He needs to escape from this. GaRpY trapped himself a little bit. He needed to get that health up in the stairwell, and if he went through... Funny thing is, actually, if he went onto the blood pool, he would have put himself on 94 collective health and armor. He wouldn't have been railable anymore, and he could have escaped through the teleporter. As it stood, he got trapped in that stairwell. Well, I wonder. It's tiny little moves. I'd have to look back at that. Crazy, missing out on the rail. He's in a lot of trouble now, actually. He needs some items real bad. Heavy's going to be up soon. One silver lining for Raisy right now is he's got that piercing sight, which can give him that extra intel. There it is. This is a chance to do some empty damage, but good spam from GaRpY. Really, really good spam. Keeps him looking good. And now GaRpY really needs to try and take advantage of himself, but he walks into a big rocket, trying to chase around the corner. Raisy backing off. Here's GaRpY's double back. We're watching. Okay, now we've got Raisy's camera on. GaRpY's just trying to figure out a way to close the gap a little bit. To switch between two players. Yeah, that was Raisy we just last saw. But curious? And bop! Oh, he gets bopped back. And GaRpY's going to know that piercing sight was used just then, so this is a time that he can bite. Looking for the tripod shots. And again, it's so easy to like miss a chance to attack. And Raisy can play that defensive spot. We know how long he can play those defensive spots for. There we go. Surely results in explosions. Kind of pushes Raisy back through to the nail gun room. Almost a rocket jump to go closer would be good. Mega's up. Make sure that there can't be a turn on it. And until Raisy can get some control, I think he's going to try to continue to play like this because it's the only way he can really stay in the game. And GaRpY's got to somehow form a trap. Like, his damage output can be amazing, but the problem is cornering him. And there's a rail. That could be the beginning of a change of control. I think he tried to deny it, so it's like, whatever. We'll deal with that later. If things go tits up, then I might need something. And this is going to be Raisy now. I think looking to put some damage on. Oh, like all that spam that GaRpY is sending out is making it very difficult for him to challenge. And now Raisy knows he needs to do it again. GaRpY's trying to bait out some shots. Got a feeling that piercing sight would be used. Okay, he's not going around the corner. He's respecting Raisy a lot with his rockets. There's some damage, though. This is enough to push in. There's a drop down. I think a rocket jump across would have been really nice, but items are up, and he's just realized that maybe he can lose out on this heavy. Raisy is going to take that, drop back down. He knows that he forced out that teleporter usage, keeping him in the center map. Right around the corner. This is surely going to be it. The dual will comes out. Raisy, can he survive? He's on 10 points of health. The heavy that's going to be up in a moment. There's a few resources up in the nail gun room. Raisy's back to 100 and, well, a bit less than that, 150, yeah, something like that. Oh, he was on about 10 points of health. Somehow, Raisy escapes from all of it. He's just heard him. GaRpY, I don't think, wants to fight. He's not, like, urgent. Only go in if he got that first shot. Now we got piercing sight. Probably will get used now, I suspect. If you look at under the champion portrait. Is he using it? He didn't use it. That is really smart. Looks like he's held on to it a little bit longer. Now I think he may have, but that rocket is brilliant from him. 6 minutes sudden death from moving into. Light armor taken, mega taken. Not in that order. One good thing for GaRpY is he's held solid control this entire time. The only problem is closing the gap. Oh. And the rocket, that must be piercing his sight. Yep, it was. Rails have barely been used by these guys. We've got dual wheels coming in. That mega was taken. Raisy finally tried to make a move, and GaRpY shuts down that stalemate.
Prepare to fight.
That was long, hard work for GaRpY, and you know what? It's so easy to play minutes of overtime. You're keeping the control going. You're getting those heavies. You're getting those megas.
Round 2.
And you just
fight.
mess it up at some point, and you give control over to your opponent, but he didn't. He kept onto it. It's really a lot harder than it looks. And he didn't allow, like, the amount of information that Raisy had at his disposal compared to GaRpY. I commend GaRpY for clinging on there.
Stopwatch.
Nice rocket from GaRpY. Orb to escape for Raisy. Here's that heavy. We're going in a bit more fast and furious on this occasion. Raisy's saving his visor till later. Just building up on his resources here from the power-up room. Great route, but he needs another one to land after that mega take. Oh my god, did he go through the orb? He did! Rocket's not hitting from GaRpY. And now Raisy thinks of pushing in, but when he gets through that choke point, all of a sudden the danger factor just increases astronomically. Oh, more good rockets, but Raisy this time decides he does not. Yeah. Now orb is in from GaRpY. Oh my god. He goes and gets the mega. Perfect timing from him. Rocket again, just a little bit to splash. He's so early. And there's another rail. It's perfect for GaRpY. Bounces him again. We're going to get BJ picked. We've got 2 champions left for each player. Just keeping GaRpY away completely. GaRpY holding on. He's like, man, I can dodge. Check this out. I see someone asking a question in chat. Can you go to the teleporter with the orb? No, you can orb to the teleporter, and if you then go through to your orb, you'll just be pushed through. So it's not like you go further into the teleporter, like out the other side. You just then will come out the other side as you would if you walked. but you won't get. You'll just go straight into that teleport. So it's like half yes, half no.
Stopwatch.
Raisy now with good control. Feels good after that first round where he had virtually nothing. But it's got hard work because GaRpY's been turned on this map. However, that direct rocket is nasty. LG, there's the dual wield. Orb comes in, but he can't quite get through the doorway. I think that's what he was aiming for. GaRpY comes right back, actually. Is he going to look to drop completely? He's got tribal, and he's still got a little bit of dual wield going on. But GaRpY's left low. Takes the mega health. Now he's got 1 minute and 15 to come back. Raisy, how's he going to do this? One thing he has, he's got that visor behind him. So if he does die, we know he can try to hold on, but he's not yet shown us that he can transfer that holding on into control into a kill. At best, he managed to get the control contested. With GaRpY now 45 seconds. Another major item. That lack of information. GaRpY's just trying to play with the sound cues a little bit. Try to push in one direction or the other. But Raisy's not falling for the trap. Through the hallway. And I think GaRpY's just going to go for it. He's got to take those risks. He's got no rail. I'd love him to drop that rail, because if he doesn't have it in the end... Oh, he's found him! Dual wield, going to go through the teleporter. Rockets from Raisy are defending, but it's a mutual kill in the end. And that will allow Raisy to pick up the round.
Complete. Prepare to fight. Round begins in. Fight.
Okay, we're keeping it close over here. We're keeping it close. GaRpY, he's going in for the full cheese factor. Oh, a couple more nails maybe would have given him that kill. Eliminating the light from the mix. French casters going to ours. The French casters are super hype, actually. Super hype. Oh my god, the orb, that combo. All of a sudden, GaRpY... It's like he got hit by a truck. There was a stack. Not so much anymore. But he keeps control going. That's what's important. I feel like overall this map, GaRpY's definitely been better under control. In fact, I hope those French casters put up the scoreboard at some point. So I'd love to see, like, the difference in the pickups from heavy armors and mega health. Don't have BJ first to raise on this occasion. He's going range. Rocket. Oh, he finds him on the floor. I thought he was going for the mid-air, but he just held it for half a second. It's like, you're going to land here. And boop. GaRpY rockets. Never to be underestimated. Ooh. With that dual wield stings. Just turn around mid-air. Now the dual wield's over. Going in for a direct LG fight, but Raisy wins it. He's got to be low after that. Oh my god, his passive ticked up. He could have been sub 3 health there. Again holds on. Again, Raisy's got that visor in his pocket. Dual wield will be back up in a moment. Be happy to go into a fight with an orb-equipped ranger. No rockets though for Raisy, which is the only weapon he's missing right now. Oh, making that small sound cue. GaRpY's super stacked. he misses the jump over to Rockets. Does hit a couple of nails. Well, that's all good. Very, very good LG damage. And actually managing to get steel and heavy is nice. Now, Mega's going to be up next. Me hiccuping. Raisy getting a bit of control. Feels good for him. He's just found him. Got to watch out for the orb. It is a good orb, but there the duel comes out. GaRpY's so low. Thought he was going to commit to that. Oh, he takes the risk. He's railable. Oh, that rocket jump just did enough self-damage. I think if he did like 3 points less damage or so, he possibly would have survived that rail. That's going to put him on the visor, but the thing is, he's got to come back now with the visor. Which is definitely a possibility. He's got weapons. Control, he can contest again in less than 10 seconds time. Moving in with the LG. It's really, really good LG. And there's the shotgun. The orb comes through though. Both players are equally stacked right now. Who can clutch it out? It's going to be Raisy. Rocket jump up. And there's going to be Mega up next, so it's fine to do that. Right off the spawn. A little bit of pressure, but he might want to continue with this momentum. And now GaRpY, he's got to be the one fighting control. Game is hard. Please, may the Lord bless me with the light armor. Raisy using the piercing sight here well before the heavy's picked up. I mean, it's fine. He kind of knows that he's going to get it safely. I'd love to see a bit more of a delay on the Mega health, but it's all good because Mega comes after heavy, which makes it a bit easier to control. Unless GaRpY puts himself to 100-100 and is then able to hold that position a little bit more securely. We're going to go over to sudden death again now. Just to Raisy being able to clutch out that last frag. Blood run. I think it's been, for sure, the main map that gives us these kind of marathon rounds. And Molten Falls is one of them, but definitely not as much as Blood Run. Blood Run is... it's almost traditional to play it in this way. Next frag wins the round. And next frag will put either Raisy on match point or GaRpY on match point. The thing is, GaRpY's done a really good job managing to get himself onto that Mega health. You can see then, like, heavy could go to Raisy, but he held that position. He had a little bit of armor to work with. Ooh, that was nice damage there from Raisy. And the rail afterwards. That was the icing on the cake. And he's going to find him in the middle, going with the LG versus the dual wield. Raisy perseveres and is rewarded with another round. Now he is on match point. We could be gifted a Raisy Claws grand final.
Round begins
in a matter of moments.
2, 1, fight.
Gotta find another way home.
And here we go. Raisy waits a moment. He's going to orb over to actually get himself onto Rockets. He's going to find him straight away, so that orb's not available, but GaRpY's lacking a few key weapons. But he hits good damage with the Tri-Bolt. LG on LG, orb as well to come in, and Raisy survives with 6 health. A lot of these fights going down to the wire. Oh no, GaRpY, he uses the orb, fakes the escape, but there's no escape at all. Raisy's now 1 frag away from a grand final. There's dual wield right in front of him, but he doesn't want to go versus it. Rail, oh, that could have secured it. Tri-Bolt hurts a lot. He's not going to go through. Oh, he does. Okay, that could have been a risk, but maybe he heard GaRpY coming around the corner. Oh my god, he jumps onto it. He even gets it! Combo right at the end. That is 3-1 for Raisy in the map in the round score, and 3-1 in the map score too. that is going to give us Raisy GaRpY Grand Final. I'm going to have a chat after the game. These guys are mates. These guys have been in Myztro together pretty much since its inception, I think.
Balls out.
And I think they'll be happy there. Hey, serious of the 4 months. Oh, is it serious of the 4 months? Or does he just keep getting gifts? Igor actually gave the gift. Thanks very much, Igor. So, guys, our grand final is upon us. It is going to be Claws going versus Raisy. I think I predicted. My predictions have been, bam, not too bad, actually. I didn't predict the Claws beating Cooler, but I predicted the 3-1 there on Raisy for GaRpY. Guys, Raisy versus Claws is going to be an insane final. It's going to be totally out of this world. That's going to start, because it's going to be on the main stage. They've obviously got their schedule to run with. That's going to be at 2:30 p.m. Central European Summer Time. That's the scheduled time. It's currently now 10 to 1, so we've got a pretty long break. The streamer is going to stay on. I'll keep the music and stuff going. The games won't begin for a while. Big thanks to that 10 years from Joey TJJ. What's up, Joey? How are you doing, man? 10-1-2. Still on the stream. Man, word. Thanks so much, Joey, for everything. Oh, I got you serious. All right. I understand it now. I've been needing to lose since, like, halfway through map 1, so Jesus Christ, that lasted ages. What was I going to say? Yeah, some interesting developments in this. To me, Raisy's one of the best players in the world, one of the best duelers.